Hey folks, I'm glad y'all come back on YouTube today. And I just want to show you today how to lace a motorcycle wheel. The wheel we're dealing with today is a 36 spoke wheel. There is some wheels out there that has more, but your average is only going to be about 36. Well, on the wheel we got here in front of me today, this wheel has two types of spokes. I learned to do this years ago by myself, basically. And I started calling my spokes heads and tails. Some of the guys today are calling the inner spoke and the outer spoke. But with me, I'm just going to call it heads and tails. With the heads and tail spokes, we got 18 of each. 18 heads, 18 tails. And on each side of the hub, we're going to have 9 heads of each and 9 tails on each side of the wheel. And so right here, my first side of my hub, I've already put my spokes in. But the first spokes that goes in is the head spokes. You really need to go ahead and put them in on both sides of your hub. But I wanted to bring attention to something on the hubs. That is, if you're using an older hub, you'll look on there on that hub and you'll see on there where the tail spoke has kind of indented the aluminum. We'd like to put it back that way so it won't look obvious later. So you want to look on there and you'll see which one of those holes that the tail spoke was in. So we want to make certain of that there. So let's get started here, and I want to show you how. Like I say, I done put 9 of the heads in on one side, and now I'm going to come back and I'm going to put 9 in on this side of the hub. And what we have to do, I want to look on there and see where that tail spoke was at and just move over 1. So here's my head going in, and like I said, we're going to have 9 of those. Every other one, there it going in. Like I said, there it goes, every other one. All right, since we got it flipped over now, I've got my first spoke installed. And on the other side, how many did we go apart? We went 5, remember? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. Let's see if we can get that one tied down now. There we go. All right. Now let's go with the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This kind of starting to resemble a wheel here a little bit, right? All right. Moving right along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're down to our last head spoke, and there it is. Now I just got the nipples just kind of run up on there. You can just kind of go back and just tighten them up just a little bit more, each one of them, and take a little bit of the slack out of them. All right, so now you see there's all 18 heads of the spokes put in. All of those are done. Now we're going for the tails. The tails is really the easiest once you get that there done. Now as you'll see, you'll take the tail spoke here. You come in from the back side. See it coming in there? Now, I see my little indenture there where the old spoke had been laying on that hub before. So that's the way I want to use it. I want to go back in that direction. So that way, once it's all done, the hub will look new again. So we'll come back in there with lay that rascal over there like that. And basically what I'm showing you here is how to lace the wheel. Now truing it is another whole story. There's a bunch of guys on YouTube that's got some good video on showing how to true these things up to get them to trued so that you can get your tire on there and be ready to ride again. That's what we want to do. But you know, if you've never done one of these right here, I know you can do it. Hey, what I used to do a lot of times, I'd take another wheel and use it as if I got kind of lost there. And once you do 2 or 3 of them, you'll have it figured out and be ready to lace them wheels just like a pro. And as you can see, you can kind of see why I'm calling it tails. You see we got a head sticking through, and I call that there the tail, the rear side of the spoke. Some of the guys, like I said, they call it the inner and the outer spoke, which that's fine. I didn't know that there 30 years ago, so I started calling them heads and tails. See how that rascal just lays down there, and it's pointing right at the socket that it's supposed to be going in. She's just falling back together just like it was from the factory. But like I say, the biggest thing is I want you to see those little indentures that's on there so you can put the spokes back the way they came. So, because if you scoot over one spoke, now the tail will be where the head was at once before, and then you'll see that spot. Now, if you use a new hub, it's not going to make any difference where you start at. And I've noticed several of these videos that the guys didn't mention that there, and I thought about it, and I said I just want to make certain I mention that there, so that. All right, see that? There's that whole side done. You want to flip it over? We go to the other side. Now, like I say, these spokes here, they go in opposite direction. I think what you've seen so far, if you truly want to lace this wheel, lace one for yourself, that you'll be able to take what I've showed you here and get this thing figured out. And then like I said, if it's 40 spokes, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing. I just kind of hang it off the table here so I can bring that spoke in from the bottom like that right there. And pulling them in there kind of quick. And I'll go back and put the nipples to it here in just a second. But I wanted to show you there what the finished rim is going to look like when we put the 4 more nipples on here And I guarantee that you can do it. Now, like I say, truing this thing up now is going to be a little bit with another video. Now there it is. There's the product. It's done. It's real loose in there. So you just got to make certain, go back and you start tightening up your spokes one at a time, and get it kind of stable, and then you'll be ready to, like I say, watch that next video of how to true that wheel up. Thanks for watching, y'all, and I hope to have some more videos in the future. Y'all keep watching. Talk with you next time. Good afternoon.